you're going to have to update the present site. So we're going to do the feasibility study to guide the board in the decision, because this will be a long-range project that will take many years. But it's going to have to be something that I think is financially sure-footed.
How would that be done?
How would you take the water up there?
Similar to the way you get it to the high-pressure system now. Probably the property that you purchased across from the bus garage, put a booster pump station there, and then just, pump it through the village.
It would be pumped through the system.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be pumped raw water up to the plant. I talked this over with Bippin and Art, and it's comparing and contrasting those two alternatives. To treat the water on this side and pump it straight into the system, then you have two water plants that you have to staff and maintain.
And build.
Or pump the raw water all the way to the plant that you already have and treat it all in one place. And then, that water plant is 24 years old, so, it's going to be up for some significant maintenance soon.
It already is.
It was talked about in the beginning that you would build a third filter in another building, so at least you'd be doing all your improvements in one place if you do that. And, my concept of, how to manage your water supply, and I've talked to Art and Bippin about this as they move forward, is to, your reservoirs are going to be your bank account. Prospect Reservoir holds 180 million gallons. That's half a year's worth, okay? Green Hill holds 30-some million. It's another month's worth. So, once you get the system figured out as to what you're going to do, what's the best alternative, and you build it, you're going to pump Crystal Run and keep your bank account full, so that if there's a problem with a pump goes down, something with the booster pump state, whatever, you've got 6 months of water with no rain in the bank, and that's really going to be the way to run it.
The DEC's concern, as I from the beginning, is that at full build-up, the village will be able to have enough water for everyone and not be going through the horrific pressures that we went through in the past. And these wells are going to take care of that.
Their way of looking at it, where they were discounting the reservoirs heavily, based on the old study, they still think that when you take the best well out, which is their method of, having fail-safe, you take your best well out of this, don't even consider it, it's in reserve. They still think that you have 1.1 million a day improving capacity, and then another 1.5 million if you were to count that well. But when we rework the numbers on the reservoir, I think you're going to be up with a proven capacity of about 1.3 million, which will handle your build out even with one well out of service. So.
And that's what they want. They want that kind of protection for all the community, so you don't end up going to your neighbors.
So in very short order, this summer, I think the directional bore will be approved. You still need to bury the pipeline.
That's the next thing we get a price on.
Right, and then proceed with the pump house, when that gets approved. That's more on different schedule. I can't.
So, money-wise for us, the next big steps are going to be the directional bore and the pump house.
Right.
So I wanted you to be aware of what's going on, so when the prices come in, that we know what we're talking about.
Burying the pipeline's not going to be that expensive.
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be.
How much of it is there to bury?
1,700 feet, and the price that we got for pipe on the last contract outside the right-of-way was $60 a lineal foot, so that's $100,000, call it $100,000. And then the directional bore that Clough Harbor designs, their cost estimate for that was in the $80,000 ballpark, $85,000. And you'll have some ancillary, traffic control and hooking. Putting the two things together, if you put it in one contract, then there's going to be some add-ons for the GC. But, that order of magnitude, a couple $100,000 should bury the pipe and get it under the river, 250, something like that.
So we'd be bonding for that much?
Well, we have a certain amount still left over out of the money that we originally...
From 2002,
Okay.
there was a bond taken out of in excess of $6 million, of which not maybe $4 million.
I think there's almost two.
Joe would have the exact figure.
Yeah.
So the money's already there?
Yeah.
That's excellent.
We already...
you better prove to borrow the money. You have to borrow the money so you're not paying it back yet, so.
Okay.
It's kind of like having a home equity line of credit, I got all this money.
That's exactly what it is.
But once I borrow, I gotta pay it back.
Understood.
But there are also
We have
significant,
access to it.
there are significant fees in each time you take funding. So you want to program,
Book it
One
together.
ball,
Right,
alternate,
right.
every shot.
right. So that's really about it.
Oh, and the only other thing was Dave Church called me. He's contacting every community.
Tell him we opened that, that restaurant, wasn't that?
Oh, yeah, you're right, you're right.
He wrote a letter.
He wrote a letter, wanted his restaurant back. No, they're meeting with every community, wanting to come over to talk about their water concept, and I told them I would meet with them. And
Good.
so, they're setting up a date. I just want you to know that I will sit and listen and relay whatever they say.
Great.
That's it.
Okay.
Thank you very
Okay.
much.
Thanks a lot, Joe.
That was
Thanks for
easy.
being here.
Didn't even have to unroll the map. Okay, take care.
Take care.
That's,
I wasn't.
yeah, it was fine.
I'm not gonna say a word. I'm convinced. I didn't screw
I'll
with
take that bet.
You can take the bet, but I didn't screw this conversation.
Yeah.
6 times already. You're gonna have to bottom line it with the name.
Go on, Carl.
I'm just trying to take it out of the house.
We've done that. You've understood.
Hello. Hi, come on in, sit down, please. Hello. Hello. How are you?
How are you?
How you doing? Nice to meet you.
Hi there.
How you doing?
Hello, my name's Cheryl McDermott, I'm Mr. Ferrante's lawyer, and they've asked me to come with them this
Sure.
evening. I understand that they've appeared before you before in reference to issues relating to the water bill. So tonight we'd like to try to see if we can resolve this somehow. My client has indicated to me that he's not opposed to making payments. It's just a question that this particular problem appears to be an ongoing problem, looking at the bills that he's shown me, and then all of a sudden, everything seems to be back to normal. So we need to resolve why there was such an increased appearance of usage, even though they're telling me that based on their experience, there was no increased usage at their house. So I believe they probably showed you these statements before, which run back to a bill date of December 7th, 2009, in which the usage was 12,300 gallons, and they're telling me that that's a normal usage, somewhere around that amount. The next bill shows a usage of 32,620 gallons. The next bill shows a usage of 51,700 gallons. And the next one shows 42,400 gallons. And then back, the last one, 16,000 gallons. So we have a period of probably about a year where it looks like there was a lot of usage, and from what my clients are telling me, they have no explanation as to why at their house the usage increased so much, and that they paid a number of bills under protest and declined to pay other ones because they felt that the village was not addressing their concerns. So at this point, what we're trying to do is figure out why this usage occurred. They've explained to me that they've checked the situation, there was no leaks, that there's substantial periods of time when they are not in their home because they vacation in Florida quite frequently, that their family members have checked the home during these periods, and that there's no indication in the house that there was any kind of leak. So we're trying to figure out why the usage went up so much. And they've asked the water department to try to help answer this situation and haven't gotten apparently a satisfactory response. One thing that my client indicated to me is that there was a meter, and Eleanor, if you can just kind of explain that meter situation when that changed.
Well, at one point, they took the meter off to check how much water was running through it. Once the meter got put back, everything went to normal. But I don't know how these things work, so that's all I can tell you, is that once that meter got put back on the house, after they took it off to check it, everything went back to normal.
Do you know when they took it off?
Mike would know, but I don't know.
Oh, Mike is, okay.
Yeah.
Let me explain it a little bit better,
Mhm.
okay?
Goshen, New York, Goshen, New York.